Hey guys, I am very excited to bring you guys another progress video today. And this progress video, as the title says, is going to be on my first, I think, like 25 to 30 cars. And if you don't already know, if you didn't watch my last progress video or you've been keeping up, I am working on this book from Scott Robertson. And yeah, so we made some pretty good progress or strides just today compared to the last video, and that's what I want to share with you guys today. So I'm going to switch this over to the iPad recording probably right now. Okay, so if you guys watched the last video, I'm not going to bore you guys too much on the first few cars because I already showed them off in the last video, so I'm just gonna breeze through them real quick. But if anyone's new here, I'm just gonna go over them real quick. So this is my first car, blah blah blah, and there's some planes here. But yeah, this is my first attempt, and it wasn't looking too good. But yeah, another third attempt, fourth attempt, some boats, and then this pretty bad, right? So yeah, we went over this the last video. Um, And then this was my, I honestly I lost track already. We'll say it's my sixth attempt. And then this is my seventh attempt. And then I'm gonna show you guys the references after I go through all this, but it's gonna spoil the next ones if I keep like popping out of screen and popping back in. So and then this is the next one, which honestly I was gonna say not too bad, but it is too bad. This one, yeah, blah blah blah. And then this is where I'm not gonna say it's already coming together because it's still really bad, but I start making a little bit of progress, a little bit of headroom. Um, yeah, this is supposed to be like a Dodge Viper, but obviously I am failing really bad just because I'm just really bad at getting the proportions down. But I watched some tutorials and I got pretty good at getting the proportions down. I learned that it's a lot easier to get the proportions down when you measure the wheels, like how many wheels or what's the distance between each wheel, and then what's the distance like using the wheels to measure out the front of the car and the side of the car and how tall the car is. It helps out a lot more than the strategy I was trying to implement. This one I just gave up on, I guess. Again, trying to use the Dodge Viper, um, and then some old timey car, and then you can see how the wheels are like really out of proportion because I wasn't using the method I just told you about. But some plane, the car again, and then this I just failed really bad at this car, so then I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna you know stylize it or whatever the heck. And this is where I was like, okay, maybe there's some potential in adding details to these cars. And then another failure, plane, another failure trying to make the car. Don't worry, don't worry, guys. We'll make progress eventually. Don't worry. I'm still just getting used to the methods in Scott Robertson's book, so that's mainly what it's all about. Like, if you guys haven't seen Scott Robertson's book, it looks like I'm just drawing like really simple like planes and stuff like that, but I'll show you later that there's a lot more that goes into this than just like what you see on the surface. Yeah, whatever. Okay, this is where I was like, okay, maybe there's a little bit of hope for me, right? This is where, things start taking off a little bit, right? Um, this one I'm pretty proud of, honestly, because I've never actually like stylized my own um, artwork based. Because honestly, when you get the perspective down, everything kind of just comes together, and I didn't realize like how easy it is to actually add details to things when you have like the foundation already set. And this is my another attempt to try and draw the Dodge Viper. And then this, if you saw my last video, it was like half constructed, and I didn't know if I was gonna make it well or not. And I'm actually pretty happy with how this came out, especially compared to if you remember how the other ones looked. This isn't too bad. I think the wing on the left side, like whatever I don't know what this is called, the thing like you put your foot on, all the way to the back. I think Okay, I thought I was gonna spoil the end right there, but yeah. I think the side skirts, I guess you call it, can use some work on how to proportion looks because it kind of looks a little bit off, and I'm not really too good at drawing the wheels, but yeah, not too bad. Porsche. I started trying to draw the Porsche 911 now, and I think well, I don't think, but it looks kind of warped here. I'm not sure if I just got it's because yeah, it's the wheel lengths. The wheels are like really far apart from each other, which I later found out that it should be like 3 wheel lengths in between. But this is where I fixed it, and then after this is where things start taking off a little bit more. Um, this was I believe a BMW like 1979. I don't know. I didn't add the wing to the back of the car just because I was like, I don't want to add anything and ruin what I already what I already made. Because these do take me a long time to make between like doing all the I don't want to say the research on the car, but it's kind of like the research on the car of like all the dimensions of the car, and then drawing the ground plane, and then dividing the ground plane, and then getting the mirrored plane, and then all the stuff that goes into it. It just kind of takes a while and takes a lot of like cognitive energy early on because I'm still trying to figure out like where each line goes and how to best approach it. So then Lamborghini, honestly, I'm pretty proud of this one. And then I think this is a C6 Corvette. Could be wrong about that. This was another Porsche 911, and I'm actually pretty proud of how this one came out. And then I drew a pretty, a kindergarten grade background. Just because I don't know, I really liked how the car came out. I was like, this deserves a background, and I was like, you know what? Let's make the background really bad so that like it makes the car pop more. And also, I don't draw backgrounds, so that's also why it came out really bad. I didn't want to spend too much time drawing a background when I was just focused on trying to draw the car. But I think the background really makes the car like stand out a lot more. And then this next one is where I spent like 3 hours, 4 hours maybe drawing the next one. And this one is like where I actually tried um drawing for or not drawing, what's it called? Coloring for the first time. And well, I guess this was coloring for the first time here. Um but this is where like I really tried coloring for the first time, and I was pretty nervous at first because I was like, should I go for the colors? Because I've never done it before, and I don't want to ruin like the line work I already have. But the line work came out pretty well, so I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's just go for it because I don't want to leave it just, black and white. And I'm pretty happy that I did go for it. Obviously, like, it's not perfect. I'm not too sure what I'm doing when I'm coloring, but I'm pretty happy with, like, especially how the back right wheel came out, how it kind of looks somewhat realistic. And um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it came out, honestly. And here's the reference photo. So yeah, I started coloring and I started realizing like, okay, this is actually kind of doable because like if you look here, this is like this area right here is literally just black with white, and it just has what's it called, like very soft edges. And then I got pretty good at using the soft brush and the blending. Okay, I'm not gonna say pretty good, but I got comfortable with using it. You know what I mean? And then this is just also just black blending into the white over here and to blending into like a kind of darkish bluish color. But yeah, and I'm gonna show you real quick. Like, um, it's really easy just to like see this car and then think like that's all that went into it. But like, a lot of people don't realize there's a lot that goes underneath it. Like, let me show you real quick. Like all of this down, like all of this that you had to do beforehand to like draw this over it, and it's kind of scary at first because you draw this part and you don't like you look at this and you're like, how am I gonna turn this into I'm just gonna pull up the reference actually. Like how you gonna turn this underlay into this, and then you start like doubting yourself, like did you do it wrong and blah blah blah. It's gonna take so much work, and then um you end up just solving it, and then you have to like troubleshoot. So like this back wheel over here was supposed to come out more, so I made a separate layer and then shot it out with this, and then you could see it all came together. Like, so I was pretty proud of that. But yeah, I'm overall pretty proud of the progress I've made so far with this, and then I think I'm gonna continue doing it. I might move on to planes next. Planes kind of destroy me as well because of the curvature of the I forgot the word for it is the middle section, the silo, the damn, the word slips my mind right now, but yeah. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoy and peace out.